What a dramatic moment in US history. We've just been watching there. A district attorney basically saying that there's been an indictment against 19 defendants who, on counts of violating Georgia's racketeering activity, is the term she used, through participating in a criminal enterprise to allow Donald J. Trump to seize office. So to hear the words of a criminal enterprise in the same sentence as a former president who wants to be president again, this is completely uncharted territory. And the heart of this can be explained in a phone call in January of that year between Donald Trump in the White House and Brad Raffensperger. Both of them had people in the room. Donald Trump had his Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, who's one of the people now indicted. And they had this extraordinary hour-long conversation. Donald Trump thought he was going to lose Georgia, which he was, and then he's pressuring the Secretary of State there, Raffensperger, to find me 11,870 votes. Basically, if you can do that, I can win, cut me some slack. And Raffensperger, who was a Republican, conservative Republican Secretary of State, he was not a Democrat, so Donald Trump can't claim this is a conspiracy, basically says, President Trump, we don't agree that you have won. Let's have a listen to part of that phone call.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
So, John, how serious are these charges that have just been laid out when compared to the other charges that he's facing elsewhere?
Well, the grand jury has said that they believe that these 19 people, including Donald Trump, were part of an illegal attempt to overthrow an election. She's calling for them to voluntarily surrender themselves, which of course has the implication that if you don't voluntarily surrender, the police will come and get you. So that ups the ante here. Donald Trump's obviously facing a lot of legal indictments. There's one over the hush money to the so-called adult film star. Though in a way I think this is the biggest problem for him, because in the other ones he's accused of trying to overthrow the election. That was about state of mind. The authorities would have to prove that when he gave this speech that we're watching now, which was soon before the storming of the Capitol building, that he was intending to incite an insurrection. However, he can argue that that wasn't in my mind at all, and he has. The problem for Donald Trump with this indictment, which the grand jury has now passed up and said we think there should be a prosecution, is you listen to the tape, you see the transcript, it's all there.
Now, this investigation has taken 2 years and it's ended with an extraordinary day and night at the courthouse there in Georgia. That's
right. It's been going late into the night. There's 19 defendants. There are 30 non-indicted individuals involved. So in other words, those 19, including Rudolph Giuliani is on the indictment, Mark Meadows, the White House Chief of Staff, they were talking to these other 30 people, allegedly in different capacities. So in summary, it's one of the largest conspiracies for illegal activity that we've seen anywhere in sort of at a senior level of US politics. It's just remarkable to hear the terms criminal enterprise and racketeering activity connected with a president or ex-president.
And no official reaction yet from Mr. Trump himself?
Not yet. On past form, he'll probably say, you know, this is the Department of Justice, the FBI, and Joe Biden out to get me.